So in week one, I kept talking about having this thought process, and I made the bold statement that career success is tied to effective communication. Now, when we hit week two, we took this further by shifting your mindset, and you learned that when you sell yourself to a company, it's never about you. It's about what's in it for the company. And this is about understanding what the employer wants, figuring out how to frame that thought process, and proving that you can solve their problems. Now, the focus here is on the value you can add that is tailored to the company's business need. Now, I don't want to be like any other, career person out there because the concepts here aren't anything groundbreaking. If you Google how to land a job, you'll probably find thousands upon thousands of articles out there teaching you everything I've been talking about. This is nothing new. So far, it's just been, broad general concepts. So I want you to really understand it. So we're going to get specific. And we're going to take a job description as an example and attempt to frame a thought process that addresses that company's business need. Okay, so we see Sony Pictures. Sounds like a pretty cool company to work for. Let's look at the job description. Now, we're going to get into month end and forecasting in the later weeks, but take a look at this statement. It's beautiful. Consolidating all financial information from all network channels for financial and management reporting. Look at that. This is exactly what you've been doing. It's the freaking financial management cycle, except instead of transactions from the front desk, it's financial information from network channels. Now, I want you to focus on these desired skills here. Strong Excel skills, attention to detail, and strong organizational skills. So let's say you got an interview for this position, and at some point in the interview, you're going to have a chance to talk about your experience working here. So what would you say? Well, an average bozo would say something like, well, I created journal entries on a weekly basis to report revenue on Excel, and when I do my work, I am always detail oriented, I'm always organized, I work very hard, and I have very good and strong Excel skills. But you see, you've been with me for 2 weeks, you know better. You're going to provide a thought process that makes the employer think, wow, this person has done exactly what we need. You're going to have a thought process that is way better than the one I just used as an example, because your thought process is going to address their business need. So what you can even do is directly reference the job description. So you can say, well, I see that in the job description that one of network finance's responsibilities is to consolidate financial information from all the network channels to allow for financial management reporting. Well, my role at the Ramada, which is part of Wyndham Hotel Group, is actually pretty similar because I would consolidate all of the day-to-day transactions from the front desk staff, and these transactions come in the form of a huge Excel database. So I use an Excel tool called SumIfs to organize these transactions into revenue earned on a daily basis, and it would allow for financial and management reporting. Now, notice that I didn't just address the employer's business need, I also implied that I have strong Excel skills, which is one of the desired skills they need. And I specifically mentioned SumIfs because trust me, if their job required knowledge of this formula, the employer is going to be very impressed. And I can even take it further by addressing their desire for someone who's detail oriented by talking about, having to really go into this distinguishing market segments by focusing on the restrictions for each segment. So next video we are going to go into more accounting concepts, and this week is more focused on just making sure you get everything.